A warm welcome to Stu's Wrestling Podcast. I did an episode which I'm going to show in due course with Justin Clapper. He returned on the show, a great friend of mine within the business of pro wrestling, and it was episode 196. There was an issue with the recording. It was showing that we'd done the full 24 minutes. When I clicked on the recording, we'd only got the 40 minutes of footage. So we had talked about our fallout from the Royal Rumble, how we felt about Jey Uso winning it, among other topics from the Rumble. And we were talking about Netflix and Raw and stuff like that, and just how well WWE are going to be doing, under the Netflix umbrella as well. But unfortunately, that didn't record. But 40 minutes worth of content, it was still available, and it was talking about the grassroots of pro wrestling, especially in America, because Justin is very hot on independence over there in America, especially in the Wisconsin, Pennsylvania area. So he does talk about just the business being better. People promoting things, people need to promote stuff a bit better and things like that. Just about grassroots wrestling and his love of it, because he's been around the business for many years. So we're going to go to that portion of the interview that recorded. I just wanted to explain why it was shorter than it was meant to be. We were talking WWE. I will get him back on, of course, to talk WWE and all other stuff, AEW and other things that he wants to talk about. He's also hugely a massive fan of the AWA, legendary promotion, as you know, that he got up there in Wisconsin and up in that area. And we will talk about that again, I'm sure, when I get him back on. But here is the portion of the interview that I've alluded to. And I just wanted to explain why the episode was shorter than it was meant to be. So this is episode 196 with Justin Clapper. Enjoy.
Even say it. On occasion, you go to your indie show and some people are a little too big for their britches, haven't really paid their dues, and I always tell the story. There's a guy over here, and we were taking the ring down, and he definitely a green guy, and a kid asked him to sign the poster, and he told the kid he would only do it for $5. Now, show's over. You're nobody. And if you wanted to say, hey, I'm being a heel, you know what you do? You say, hey, kid, I'll sign your poster. But first you got to stand up and say, Stu Palmer's the greatest wrestler ever. You can get your heel stuff off. But, I mean, a young kid, 6 or 7, you don't do that, in my opinion.
No, it's just know your audience, and it's kids. It's the kid. He was a kid. That guy was a kid himself. So teleport himself to when he was a kid watching it, which he probably would have done if it happened to him. I think that's the way you got to look at it. But as you say, play it when you've been asked, isn't it? Absolutely, that's all you got to do. I totally. Why you could do that to somebody, especially a child,
when confronted, it was like, oh, I'm a heel, and I'm like, nah.
Come on,
there's better. And that's a lot of things. I've been doing a lot on my, I want to push not only, I keep saying I'm coming back, but I finally got a good friend over in the UK, Charlie Ward, has given me permission to use some of his music. He's a tremendous musician. I'm excited about using that. I'll have to bug you about how to weave that in. But I've been doing a series on my LinkedIn, which is just my name, Justin Clapper, about things that you and I have talked about. Wrestlers doing promos, flyers, posters. My big pet peeve is there's all kinds of awesome posters I see on Facebook. Lightning in the back, flames. Stu Palmer's taking on Mad Dog Mike Angus. And I'm like, that's awesome. Guess what's not on that poster? The date, the venue,
the
time.
I know it. Yeah, I've spotted things over here and over there. Yeah, where are we going? Timbuktu. Where are we going? Where are we going? Greenland. Where are we going? The Serengeti. Just
you and I talked about it, and I think you talked with Gino last week about it.
Yeah.
The promos. Why do I want to see Stu versus Mad Dog? Why do I want to buy a ticket?
Yeah.
Storytelling. And you're fighting Mad Dog Mike Angus. Well, why are you in a steel cage?
Mm.
Oh, because it's led up to this, and it's the only way. I just always like to leave something for the next match coming up. In the over here, they'll just throw like it's an attraction, and it is to some extent. But I want to know why. Why is everybody else fighting in a ring, and these guys got to have weapons, and it's got to make sense. Storytelling and psychology.
David Heath, Gangrel's here next week. He's up in Rill. He's literally down the road from me. I think I'm off. And he's on the show. He's on the show at Rill Town Hall. Rill Town Hall's been used for many, many years, back in the old days as well. But yeah, Gangrel in the local area at a show, just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I was like, Gangrel's coming.
Can you get him on the show?
I could reach out, couldn't I, between now and then? Yeah. But you just never know who's going to show up, do you? And I mean, we've had guys come here, but literally, Rill's just like, I don't know, 8, 9 miles, 10 miles away from here.
Wow.
That's all it is. It's all it is.
You're going to have to take out the trash, do the dishes. Make sure you can go.
Well, yeah, with everything else that's going on next week, yeah. But the convention, can't wait. I know I said about it earlier, but yeah, can't wait to meet the guys. Mark Henry, Mick Foley, Jake. They're the three at the moment, and then we're gonna mill around. I want to go and see like all the retro stuff and that. People are displaying things. There's all sorts of stuff. There's a Nitro entranceway that they're building for it. There's some other
cool.
There's some of the proppy bits that they're doing that they did. They did the WrestleMania 7 background last year, if I'm not mistaken, the interview background. So they're always thinking of stuff. And I was watching people's videos from last year. I was having a look to see what it's like in the Bowler Center, and loads of fans like put videos up of the day and stuff like that.
Are you getting Lex? Lex is going to be there.
Lex is there. So hopefully, but I'm not getting there for 9 o'clock on the dot. We're going to be a bit later going in, but it finishes at 5.
I'm waiting for the documentary.
How is there any time frame on that you've heard?
There's a documentary there. It's called My Dinner with Jacques.
You teed me up, didn't you? I was all ears. I was all ears then, JC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinner with Jacques. Yes. I can't wait. So yeah.
We should mention I'm a very poor replacement for your original guest today.
Well, it's just I think cross wires, but it's all fine because I put dates over to PCO. And he's obviously had a lot of podcast bookings, as he said to us in the chat on X. He is over. I got to a point with it where I wanted to bring up about the digital media title, but I bet he's had it that much. I was gonna veer into other stuff, his career and things like that. I was obviously going to bring it up.
You got plenty of stuff to talk about.
But the thing is, JC, it's like. He's explained from his side, hasn't he, to Sean Ross Sapp, because I listened to it over the last couple of days. He was going to do more dates for less money. It's just all the service he's given to that company. But I just think Scott D'Amore going has had a big bearing on things there.
Yeah,
that's had a huge bearing on it. A lot of people are happy there, I think. With the, people, you're not going to please all of the people all the time, unfortunately.
Right, and you've got your listeners too that always send you questions into.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that's good. You get a really good perspective.
In closing, JC, anything coming up? Anything?
Shout out to these guys, Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling (PPW). They got a show coming up Valentine's weekend. They just recently had Matt Riddle. So if you're in Northeast Pennsylvania, anywhere in the East Coast, check out PPW. If not, find them on the YouTube, on the social media. One of the best run independent shows that I've seen. They've got a lot of upcoming talent. You know who I saw there a long time ago was this kid named Action Andretti.
Wow. And look what happened to him. Look what happened to him.
They're always getting a lot of guys in. Yeah. I'm relaunching the podcast.
Yes. Please plug that before we go.
It's Justin Clapper's Pro Wrestling Show. I have it on follow on Twitter, JC Pro Wrestle. Instagram, TikTok. You can find all kinds of clips. I'm trying to get more into. I want to share some of these AWA clips before I get in trouble and they ban TikTok again. Doing stuff, but I'm always looking for guests. If anybody wants to jump on or
Definitely.
says, hey, I'd like to hear from this person, I will do everything in my power to get them on. I am also helping to book talent with different independent organizations over here in the United States. So was doing a lot helping PPW out, now helping out Frozen Tundra Wrestling here in Wisconsin. Just trying to get back to the business and get people places to work. So
I'm glad as well. And I know you're looking for more talent to come through, and there's a lot of independent talent that we've had in the big promotions, in the top promotions, that are obviously available for indies. So I know, JC will be looking out for you as well. There's plenty of guys, but again, grassroots people, it's their proving ground almost. It's their proving ground.
It's still tough. It's very tough when you add in flights, cost of flights.
Yeah.
It is very difficult, and some people, like I said, I was hoping some rates would go a little bit down after the pandemic, but they're up, and some of these companies just financially aren't selling enough tickets to
justify bringing them in. Yeah.
So we got to build it up, build up that crowd.
It is hard. It's tough. It is. I totally agree. And they're trying to keep prices cost effective for the fans, the tickets, aren't they?
Right.
That they're trying, they want numbers in, don't they, as well? It's not just about.
And the wrestlers got to make money too. I'm not saying everybody's charging too much.
Absolutely.
Just, some people have their rate, and it's just simply this organization.
People in life are finding it hard financially. There's no two ways about it. There's people out there struggling. So, I feel for them. And
what I want to do is I want to get back to everything I already said. You talk about grassroots storytelling, long-term storytelling,
absolutely,
psychology, and start to build a town and get people to come and watch.
Like the old times, yeah. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
It was just, we're watching, and everybody's quick now. I understand that, but I think to build a quality independent organization and build the crowd up is you got to do a little bit of the long-term storytelling.
Absolutely.
My opinion. We'll see.
Absolutely. It was a quick one.
I could be right or I could fall on my face. Either way, it's what we're going to try,
It was a quick one today, JC. I like to have you on longer, of course. I like to do the hour, maybe a little bit longer when you come on. So, yeah, just a brief one today. Busy, both busy, but we will get you back on for sure. And, thank you very much, Justin Clapper. And Justin Clapper's Pro Wrestling Show will be coming back very, very soon. I cannot wait for that. And, this has been episode 196 of Stu's Wrestling Podcast with my guest, Justin Clapper, of course. I'm sure it's the 5th or 6th appearance. You said it was 3.5. We've lost count. We've lost count somewhere.
Yeah, no, we got to do. One of these days we'll have an organized one where we actually know what we're going to say.
I kind of like it. Unorganized chaos. You know me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like. But yeah, thank you so much. And as I say, been a brief one today. And I should be back with PCO next week. So that was me and Justin Clapper from last week. I will get him back on. I wanted to talk longer with him. Just a brief one because of scheduling and stuff like that. And then we lost the first 10 minutes of the episode, unfortunately. But yeah, always a good time with Justin Clapper. And as you heard there and listened and watched, he is such a purveyor of the grassroots independence over there in America and young talent coming through as well. And he is just a big supporter of that. And it's amazing. And he would be a great addition to any show. If you want someone to come in and consult or anything like that, Justin has been around the business for so many years. He's got a wealth of experience. So yeah, amazing as always. I am off to the For Love of Wrestling 2025 this Sunday. But it begins on Friday. There's an audience of Ric Flair on Friday. So if you can make that, please get down there to the Bowler Centre in Manchester on Friday on Valentine's Day. And the convention starts on the 15th on Saturday, running through to Sunday as well.
Many, many names there, including, as I've just alluded to, Ric Flair, Lex Luger. Sting is there on Saturday. Mark Henry, Mick Foley, Jake Roberts. So many people. There's just so many more I could mention. And my good friend, actually, the Mountie, Jacques Rougeau, will be in the house. So I look forward to meeting him in person for the first time. That is going to be amazing. And later on this week, this coming Friday, I have the rescheduled episode with PCO, formerly of TNA, of course. You saw him smashing the digital media title on a GCW show. I'll be talking about that briefly, because he's been asked about it on so many podcasts already. And I want to talk about his career as well. He was a Quebecer when he was Pierre Carl Ouellet many years ago. And he was with the Mountie, of course. They were the Quebecers. They were tag team champions on 3 occasions. He went to WCW. He had a fantastic run as PCO in Ring of Honor as well. A great rejuvenation of his career. So it's going to be fantastic getting him on for 197. The episode 197, should I say. Cannot wait to get PCO on the show. If you've got questions for PCO, please send them. Stu's Wrestling Podcast on Facebook, Stu's Wrestling Podcast on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok as well. You can comment on there. Just any questions for him. X as well, Stu's Wrestling Podcast. You can put your questions into PCO. I'm sure he'd love to hear from the fans and have your questions put to him. So we will see you later this week for episode 197. This has been 196. And my guest was none other than Justin Clapper. And we will get him on later on in the year for a longer episode. Take care, guys. All the best.